gem. She'd never acted before. She's a dancer and an incredible dancer, I must say. And so they found her in her dance troupe in Kampala, and she went through a very rigorous training, a workshop process to even just book the role. And she is like a sponge. She has such a curiosity, and she would observe, ask questions, and then apply what she'd learned. And it was just so incredible to work with children, because children, they don't lie, you know. They'll give you their honest portrayal of anything in any situation. And so for me, it meant that I really had to step up my game, because I wasn't just acting for me, I was acting in order to impart, you know, knowledge and craft to the kids I was acting with. And I remember one scene we were shooting. It's a very small scene after the family is evicted and they are at the Rolex stand, and she's Harriet, I guess, is wondering what next, where to go. And in the shot, she was sitting behind me, and she's supposed to be trying to figure out some chess in her head. You know that scene? And we did it a couple of times. And the first time, you know, her movements were very small. Mira gave her an adjustment, like, you know, make it a little more animated. And then the next time, she made it so animated. And every time I turned around, you know, she gave me something new to inquire about. Sometimes she looked like she was praying. Sometimes she looked like she was possessed. Sometimes, you know, she was just giving all color. And that's what you want as an actor, to be with another actor that will have you really reconsider what you mean with everything you say to them and what exactly is going on in the scene. And Madina gave me that in spades. And another thing about Uganda that is special, and I think it's the same in Kenya, but it's really, really pronounced in Uganda, is the sounds people make to mean all sorts of things. You know? So there were scenes, you know, where I should go, mama, and then I go, and then she'd go, mama, and I go, and she'd go, and it's just like, you know, it's just so colorful, and just, you know, she's just a sponge. She's just responsive, and she's in the moment, and she just makes you want to be better, you know, at what you're doing as she herself gets better and better. And as far as Mira is concerned, I have loved Mira and her films since watching Mississippi Masala and One Sweet Wedding and Salam Bombay, and I'd known of her work from afar. And then actually what happened was, I think I was in like, I just got into undergrad at Hampshire College, and I was looking for an internship, and I was talking to my parents, who are not in the arts, but they have always been very supportive. And I said, you know, I'd really love to work with a filmmaker or something. And my dad goes, you know, one of my best friends is married to a filmmaker. And I asked, who? Oh, her name is Mira Nair. Do you know her? And I was like, oh my goodness, how have you've been sleeping on this all this time? So I immediately reached out and got to intern for her at her company here in New York, Mirabai by Films, and then that moved. I went on to actually be part of her production team at her new school, her filmmaking school, Maisha, in Uganda back in 2006. So this is like 10 years later that I finally get my dream job as an actor for Mira Nair. Wow.